Yeah, it's all right. It's time for the paper review this morning, and we'll be looking at the headlines across papers in Nigeria. We have a social commentator, Smart Akbejoye, this morning. Good morning. It's nice to see you.
And good to
Good
see
morning.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, let's start off with the Punch newspaper. APC chiefs meet over Amosun, Okorocha, others threats. 19 Imo lawmakers defect to AA, tackle Shomole. What do you think about this?
Well, the first, I think it's coming too late if the national executive of APC is just deciding to meet Okorocha and Amosu now, because it's been on, and from their body language, you will know that they are going to move. Now, the preferred candidate for Amosu has moved. Also, the preferred candidate for Okorocha has also moved.
Yes, and now you have 19 lawmakers.
And now you now have 19 lawmakers. It is not that you are now calling them for a meeting. Be that as it may, you see, it even tells the caliber of politicians that we have again in this country. Just because you could not have what you want, you now feel you should dump the party. And that is why they will say Nigerian politicians, they will sleep with APC today, and they will wake up with PDP.
And it's even interesting the reason the defecting lawmakers gave, that it's to project or to promote their political
agenda. So it has nothing to do with even the constituency at which they even represent. It has nothing to do with their ideology. It has nothing to do with, it's just because they could not get it their own way, and they are leaving the party, they are rocking the boats of the party. I mean, it's just unfortunate.
Well, the question now really is how do we bring back, politics of ideology back into our narrative?
Yes, exactly, because we've had it before, so...
You see, it
just where are the Nnamdi Azikiwes? Where are the Awolowos? The Ahmadu Bellos?
And all those who believed in
something,
them.
whether for good or bad, but you believed in something, and people knew exactly where you stood.
Yes, just like you have
But
said.
let's move on. There's still other stories that need our attention in the papers. Reps, okay, June 12 as Democracy Day.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic, because you see now at least we have stopped this Democracy Day on the 29th, and some states declaring that Democracy Day should be June 12th. Now it has
like
been,
the Southwest states that have always marked it on June 12th.
It has been officially agreed that June 12th it should be the Democracy Day, and I think it should be the Democracy Day. I've always been a supporter of late Kashimawo Abiola, and again I am Democracy Day, and I think it should be the Democracy Day. I've always been a supporter of late Kashimawo Abiola, and again I am against the way at which his election was annulled, and he had to pay the supreme price.
Yeah, even beyond...
And beyond Abiola.
Yes, exactly. I want to say even beyond Abiola, because the point there is that it was Nigerians who came out unanimously to give that mandate.
And
so
it is
it
the
goes
first time
beyond...
we're having that.
Exactly.
It's the first time we're having
regardless of
that.
ethnic sentiments, regardless of
religion,
everything.
And regionality. So it is most symbolic of democracy than May 29th.
Now it is the Nigerian that says, okay, this is what we want.
Well, some are even saying we should call it MKO Abiola Day.
No,
no.
It's okay.
Okay. Are they asking for too much?
They'll be asking
They're playing the Oliver Twist.
I think Democracy Day is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Okay,
yes.
all right, that's fine. And this bold picture here is very, very instructive. A little child, a girl, holding up a placard, uphold values of honesty, integrity, transparency, and hard work. Of course, with the T-shirt there, what do we have there? I stand for a corrupt-free Nigeria.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the holy books talk about, out of the mouth of babes. Now,
and it happens the girl's name is Blessing, so it symbolizes blessing for Nigeria.
You could even call her Ngozi for that matter. After all, blessing means Ngozi.
That's
all right,
nice.
moving on very quickly. ICC probes Nigeria's farmers-herders conflict. Nigeria was more prosperous under PDP, says Atiku. Okorocha attacks Oshomole for abusing Obasanjo.
Okay. When did Okorocha become the spokesperson for Obasanjo?
Well,
and you see,
let's just allow that. FG releases 33 billion naira for second Niger Bridge project. And in 10 years, Boko Haram killed 20,000, destroyed 9 billion infrastructure, according to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo there. And family demands justice as hoodlums murder cop in Lagos. Military destroys 436 illegal refineries, arrests 266 suspects.
All right,
That's all from the Punch.
Yeah, let's move to the Nation newspaper now. APC, PDP renew attacks as campaigns take shape. Ruling party stresses character and performance, and opposition vows restructuring. Okay, on one hand, APC is saying for every kilometer of road constructed, it is an indication that what PDP could not do in 16 years, we have done. And then on the other hand, PDP is saying, today I stand before you to pledge before you that within 6 months, we shall start the process of restructuring. That's the quote credited to the candidate of the PDP. So the campaigns have started and we're seeing
exactly where each person stands.
Exactly.
You see, I'm beginning to be skeptical if we are beginning to, if parties are campaigning with restructuring. We know that APC, restructuring was top on their agenda. And if now they are coming to say something else, I wouldn't know how. The PDP were in power for 16 years. They didn't restructure Nigeria. Their president then, Obasanjo, never believed in anything called restructuring. Obasanjo will tell you, even with what you have on ground, what have you done? And Atiku will also follow suit. And if Atiku as a number 2 man now, and even while Atiku was there, he never had a divergence view with Obasanjo on restructuring. And
Do you, in all honesty, believe that he could have or should have?
Yes, he could have. He could have said, no, well, I feel we should restructure Nigeria, my boss or Mr. President. Yes, if you don't think we should restructure Nigeria, I feel we should restructure Nigeria. But if now, because Nigeria have made so much noise about and so much demand about restructuring, you are now coming up to now say, okay, let me cash on what the people want.
But isn't that what the people would want? Isn't that how campaigns
You see, but the fact is that
taking up issues that resonate with the people.
APC did the same thing.
Okay.
APC did
and they
the
got
same
to
thing.
where they got to.
And they got to where they got to.
Fine.
And right
So
now, they are singing a distance. So they will come in and they will just say, okay, we are going to do it at the right time. And at the right time, they will say, we want to fix some basic things on ground now. We'll come to restructure. And before you know...
Or when they get there, you to be that, oh, we didn't know there was this kind of rot in the system. So we need to clear it up first. We need to clear it up first.
So if any party is campaigning with restructuring now, there are so many things to campaign with.
So in other words, Nigerians should just take it with a pinch of salt.
Of the salt, honestly.
Okay.
Honestly, because APC, of course, we know APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, is a strong proponent of restructuring. The Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, of course, very distant. But right now...
People are also saying, Nigerians are also saying that they are in the position to do it right now.
And they are not doing it.
Exactly.
So if somebody like
Yemi
Yemi Osinbajo as the Vice President, at anywhere he goes, he preaches about restructuring. Even as the Attorney General of Lagos State Government, he has fought the government several times on restructuring. He didn't have his way. And I thought probably that should have even been the first on their cardinal point.
Oh, well.
But it's one thing to say we are in support and committed to restructuring. It's another thing to take the steps towards the restructuring process.
Honestly, if anybody is campaigning with
you know, when you're on the outside, the view is different.
The view is different when you're inside.
Exactly.
Well, House OK's June 12 as Democracy Day. Yeah, we talked about that. It's a good thing. Thugs disrupt trader money in Ilorin. Okay, this is the vice president. The vice president has gone.
He's been traveling around,
going around to several states, symbolically giving out trader money. We understand that besides he's going out, the trader money has been going out too. But
people have been receiving alerts.
People have been receiving alerts, and those who are taking directly and all of that. So, but we understand there was a disruption at the Mandate Market in Ilorin, where hoodlums attacked those who were distributing the money, disbursing the money. All right, no oil cut deal as OPEC talks end. Cut tough for Nigeria, and INEC INEC ready for credible polls. Okay, these are some of the court dismisses Evans' suit challenging his detention. We still have Evans' issue up one way or the other. He has been going to court saying, challenging. In fact, at the time he said that his confessions were done under duress.
Under duress, yeah.
I think, honestly, I think the guy is on his way. He's on his way to being hanged, honestly.
Oh.
Well, let's allow the courts
Well,
to
decide.
to decide that because
This thing they are just too overwhelming. You see, the good thing is that
That's
most
from
of
your point of view,
No,
but
they are-
the point
because
is,
most
you
of
know
the-
that the judges in the court,
Yeah.
they're not sentimental at all.
They are not.
They base their case on what is before them.
And actually, everybody, you see, in this case, they even recognize him. The ABC, whatever boss recognize him. The guy that scaled this guy, this pharmaceutical
The
whatever,
pharmacist.
also recognized him. So you see, in this case, they probably would have done an identification parade. You understand? So, and
Well, there's a lot that goes into
they have-
it.
they
that we
have
can't
overwhelming-
even
they have
begin to
Let's
overwhelming
just
evidence.
wait. Yeah,
And
let's
see
just
how
wait
it
for the
turns
courts
out.
to come out with
have overwhelming
whatever.
evidence
The
against
process
him.
is in court already. First phase of 220 billion naira second Niger bridge ready in February 2022. Okay, that's the nation.
Okay, to the Daily Sun, Catholic Church bars Mbaka, other priests from
How do you
political...
pronounce this name? Is it? Okay, let's get the right pronunciation now because I used
what
to
do you
think
think is the correct pronunciation?
Mbaka. That's what I have always
Mbaka.
heard
Okay.
them call.
Mbaka.
Oh, Mbaka. That's what it means. What does it mean?
But you are Ngozi.
Exactly.
Mbaka. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, like we have to know from you. Otherwise,
Just leave me. I would have thought this name actually means Mbaka. That is the people actually do carry the day.
Okay.
You know, Mba
okay.
means the people.
All right.
Ka, you know, like
All right, so, but
the
when-
will
when-
of the people,
Yeah,
you
so-
know, is superior.
Yeah, so when it's pronounced Mbaka, what does it mean?
Mbaka. If I should take it for what I think it means.
What you
know,
think
when,
or what
when
you
somebody
know?
thinks hits you with the hand. It's
Okay.
amazing. You know, African names are just
It's all right. Okay.
yeah. We'll really appreciate if the man himself will tell us exactly.
No, we'll get to him.
Okay,
We'll get-
we're still
yeah.
with the Daily Sun, of course. Nigeria ranks 3rd in global terrorism, and this is one thing that you don't even want to laugh about. It's a sad day, you know, when 4 years consistently or consecutively, Nigeria has held this unenviable position of 3rd, you know.
You see, like I've always said this thing.
Third
When we
place,
look at
country
the fallout of,
terrorism.
when we look at the insurgents of Boko Haram, we are probably looking at the Boko Haram issue as it is, but we are not looking and addressing how come this Boko Haram. And I've always said it in any fora, I don't see Boko Haram being defeated. Do you know the reason? Do you know why?
Why?
If you go to the north, too many children, those we call Almajiri's children, they are not taken care of. And you see, if you don't educate the people, it will turn to things like this. When you look at these children, even both boys, both girls, go to most eateries in the north, you can't buy food and put your food down and probably want to go take water. Before you come, they will take it. These children are hungry.
Oh.
These children are not educated. These children are not catered for.
But
And that
Boko
is why
Haram-
when the scouts for Boko Haram will come and talk
Yeah,
to them,
they find
they
willing hands.
They could have willing hands.
Yeah.
They could just offer them 10,000. These people, they will give them food,
Or
give
less.
them drug, give them all kind
kinds
of
of
things.
things.
They will jump at it.
And it's not just the Boko
So-
Haram.
so-
We're dealing with the herdsmen
Yes.
crisis
So when
there.
you look
so
at
it's
when
a
you look at
factor.
all this, when you look at all this, look, in as much as we are fighting the Boko Haram, what are you doing to de-radicalize those that are outside that are willing to join them?
Yeah.
Well, but on the other hand, the point there is the Almajiris have always been with us, even before the advent
because
of
you
Boko
see,
Haram.
yes.
And it is still in the same place where the military is de-radicalizing and those who they have reintegrated into the society after reorienting them and all of
They
that.
still go back.
Yeah, well, but they've come out of that whole system and they are normal human beings now. So the military, we believe, will find a way.
What
It is not even the military.
Smart is
Yeah,
saying
the-
is
the authorities.
The age-old saying, prevention is better.
Better than
than
Yeah,
cure.
exactly.
So let us go.
How can we ensure that those, willing hands again,
Are not led to join them.
Yes, that
Are
they
not led
actually
to join.
believe that they have something
Education.
to live for.
You must
that they will
educate
not be
these
willing
people.
to end their lives just
You must educate
for some
these people
cause that
properly.
they don't even understand.
If you're not educating all those Almajiri's children, if you're not educating them properly, you see, we will continue to have. You can't. You see, you can't just. You can't. You will. The scouts will still have willing hands in those boys outside. So they are not. They are taking care of the. They are facing them at the war front, but they are not looking at those boys. How to ensure that those boys does not join them?
All right.
Okay, reps approved bill making June 12 Democracy Day. 2019, Nigerians' votes will reflect in polls results. That's President Buhari saying there at the bottom column of the Sun newspaper.
That is expressing readiness that
yes, he's saying
there will be interference.
Whatever way it goes, we will allow the will of the people carry the day. Okay, and Buratai deploys top army generals to northeast. Army appoints new commanders to tackle Boko Haram. Well, I guess the new strategy that people have been calling for is now being put in place. Atiku Abga candidate on why Buhari must go. That's all coming from the Daily Sun.
All right. Daily Trust is our next paper now, and the last one for the day as well. 2019 polls result to reflect people's will. Buhari is saying that, and this gives assurance to the people, one way or the other, that the president will be ready to accept the results just the way it comes. Smart, what do you think?
So for those who have not picked up their PVC, who are doubting, you know, whether their votes really would count,
one thing that I know is that the person of Yakubu, Mahmoud
Yakub, the INEC chairman.
The INEC chairman.
Yes.
You see, like I've said, when he was appointed, I said I think I also have confidence in this man, and I hope he will hold on to that respect which I have for him, because I've known him when he was the chairman of Ted Fund or whatever, and I've always been following this thing. So I know him he's somebody that has a high pedigree, and I want to show he will do the right thing. I want to show that he won't want to go below what his predecessor did, Ataido Jega. I'm sure he would want to. I think he would.
He will build on it.
He will build on it.
Okay, let's move on now. We see on the front page of the picture, the military personnel demonstrate their skills at a mock combat operation during the graduation ceremony of Basic Regiment Officers Course 13 in 2018. It's really, those drills are
very important
to keep them up to date. The man allegedly kills lover, buries corpse inside.
Very important
to keep them up to date. The man allegedly kills lover, buries corpse inside a room. The way these things happen these days, you know, just killing someone and feeling so comfortable. I don't know how. Anyway, the laws will always take their courses when
a lot of people
comes.
Obviously are losing their minds, and you know, when you hear that 80 million Nigerians, that's almost half of the population, have one mental illness or mental situation or the other, and we're not taking it seriously, I mean, then we'll continue to have
It'll only
things
be
like
like
this.
a time bomb. Reps ratify June 12 as Democracy Day. And then federal government oil marketers agree on settlement of unpaid claims. Oil marketers have been demanding 800 billion naira as outstanding claims from the subsidy.
You see, there is this report that the National Assembly is probing the diversion of the dividend from the NLNG for the payment of subsidy. Are we saying that despite these payments that they have diverted, that they have not, that they are still owing almost about 800 billion? Or are we saying that is off the over 1.something trillion that was said to have been spent from the from NLNG, the dividend that was supposed to have accrued to the federal government? They say, okay, since don't give the federal government this, let us use it to pay for the subsidy. Because when you come up with all this high figure of subsidy, if we have said there is no subsidy, and again we are now saying there is subsidy, and we are paying almost, we are within 3 years, we've spent over 2 trillion on subsidy, then there is a problem.
Okay, that means then that officially there is subsidy.
Okay. All right. Let's leave it here now. We want to thank you, Smart Akpejoye, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And have a great weekend.
Thank you.
A rewarding one at that.